Stop me if you heard this one. You go to your local grocery store, you've done your shopping for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. And the next thing you know, you're moaning and bitching to the last person you talk to, which is the cashier. Whether it be points, coupons, the attitude of the cashier, there are many, many, many topics which go around it. In this video you're going to be seeing, I'm going to give you some pointers to make sure everything I just mentioned does not become an absolute nightmare the next time you go. So, do yourself a favor, listen very carefully, and feel free to tell me if you've incorporated any or all of them in the future or currently. Rule number 1, unload everything from the cart. Because if you leave anything in there, it's an automatic assumption you may have forgotten it or you don't want it. If you don't want it, give it to the cashier. But if you keep it in the cart, a lot of things will be going through their mind. So please, unload everything out of the cart. It will do you and me a world of good. Rule number 2, get off your fucking phone. When you are on the till and you're cashing out, get off your fucking phone, and I'll tell you why. Because it's the most annoying thing in the world. We're trying to convey a message to you. Do you need bags? Are you collecting your rewards? And would you be interested in an item that we're promoting? But also use your phone to save on whatever item you need. So for instance, let's say you go to a Sobeys and Loblaws has the same item for less. Check with them first. You never know. You could save a little bit of moolah down the road. Rule number 3, get your coupons ready. Read the coupons. And don't moan and bitch saying, "Oh, I wasn't aware of it." Please, the coupons are there for a reason. Some people get shafted if you haven't read it properly. So whatever you do, read the fine print. It will save you and me, the cashier, a heck of a lot of grief. Another thing, whatever you do, get your point system on you. Make sure it's the first thing, not the last thing you scan. Because in all likelihood, if you make it the last thing, the transaction could be over and you're going to be really pissed off. If for some reason you didn't bring your points card, see if you can claim your points online. And if you can't, call a 1-800 number. I'm sure they can help you. If all else fails, question, was it really worth the aggravation just to get the points card to begin with? The answer is yes. Play your cards right, and whatever you do, please, please, stick to the rules, learn it. You never know what's going to happen. Last but not least, if you have an issue with the cashier for whatever reason, don't go to the store manager. Go to customer service and go to the front-end manager. They're the ones that talk to the cashier specifically about what's going on. Besides, talking to the store manager could be the worst thing in the world because they're tied up with more than just the front end. They're dealing with every single department there. So stay focused, don't lose your cool, and if you think it's really out of hand, you can always use everything against the cashier. Just saying. Now that you got all these fine points from me, here's hoping the next time you go shopping, it's not going to be so much of a pain in the ass. Besides, the cashiers are there just to scan the item to make sure you walk home happy. Even if an item does not scan properly, here's what you do. Ask them to suspend the order if they can do it. If not, wait for the person with authority to do it. If it gets really long, discard the item and go for it next time. However, if you're visiting from afar, ask the person who lives in that city to get it for you and make sure you pay them back. Besides, the world could be a lot better if some people stopped moaning and bitching over the slightest fucking thing. Believe me on that one. That's all I got to say about tips on how to be with a cashier during the last segment of your grocery shopping. If you think I need to say anything more, please let me know. Besides, this is from being a cashier for almost 9 years. So You can use this as a reference. You can use it as pointers. Doesn't matter. Think of it as a wake-up call. So this is George. Take care. Love y'all.